Thank you very much, everyone who joined today. So let's start by sharing the screen. We will talk about summer statement. That word that confused many people. What is summer statement? Is our chancellor gave a speech only 3 weeks ago and talked about the economy, how we've done so far, where we're going as a nation, and also introduce further support for businesses. And we will give a summary, and if you've got any questions, you don't have to wait till the very end, you can just ask on the go. And before going into the summary statement details, we'll just do the recap of what kind of support we had so far from governments since COVID-19 started. And then we will go and talk about job retention bonus, followed by the ETAL to help out scheme. We'll cover VAT reduction for hospitality industry, and we'll finish with the amazing Kickstart Job Scheme. With a very quick recap, not going into details. If you are not familiar with any of them, just visit our YouTube channel and you will see 2 separate webinar recordings there that we've done before. And coronavirus job retention scheme is basically, I'm sure you've heard the term furloughed. If someone couldn't pay their employees, they could furlough those employees and could get payment from HMRC covering the salaries and national insurance contribution, also pension. That still goes on. However, the terms are changing. That will continue until October. However, that is going to be a flexible furlough scheme, meaning that government expects employers to pay some payment towards the employee's salary by bringing them back to work, at least for some time. So you can start having people working for your company's part-time, something that wasn't available until recently. Tax payment deferral, we had VAT payment deferred and also self-assessment tax payment on account that had to be paid before 31st of July. HMRC said, don't worry, you can pay that one. Payment on account you can pay till 31st of January, and VAT payment for the previous period you didn't have to pay, and you could pay till 31st of March next year. Self-employment income support scheme, again, similar scheme like for job retention, but for sole traders. We had amazing loan schemes. There are a few. The biggest one for small businesses was Bounce Back loan scheme. If you haven't heard, definitely check it out. It's still available for businesses, and it's got really good terms. It's only 2.5% interest rate. The first year interest is covered by government, and there is no personal guarantee needed for that loan scheme. And it's very, very easy to apply. You don't need to have any business plan. You can just go online and we've heard our clients getting the loan within 24 hours. That's probably average how quickly they were getting the loan. Future fund is for startups that raised some amount in the past, and if they're raising more, then the government is topping up in the form of equity. That's pretty complicated, and there are quite a number of drawbacks, so be careful and just watch out, and we can discuss that separately if it's relevant for any startups. And the grants, the government introduced different grants. So we have grants for hospitality business, for retails, different amounts, 10,000 to 25,000. And then government introduced also discretionary grant as well. That's for businesses that were in the co-working spaces. They didn't have business rates to pay. However, because they had some space and were working in the co-working spaces, that discretionary grant scheme was also available. It started, some councils already stopped that scheme, so check out with your council where your startup is registered, maybe still available. Just maybe Google discretionary grants and your council, whatever your business is registered. Job retention bonus, what is it? So, as you know, furlough scheme, it is going to be less and less attractive, and you need to start getting people back to work, and that ends in October, right? Obviously, government is interested for every company keeping their employees working, and if you can, and if you do that till January 2021, then HMRC incentivize you by paying £1,000 for every employee that you kept on furlough, and that will be paid from February. Whether it will be paid in February or March, we don't know. The government guidance says from February, and we hope it will be done in February. And again, that's for every person who is furloughed, say right now, and you will keep on the in the payroll till January, till end of January 2021. And you need to make sure you pay these employees average a minimum salary of £520 a month from November, when you will not have this furlough scheme at all, till January. So you have November, December, and January, 3 months. And to be fair, that's I think you essentially, if you think your costs, if you will be if you use this scheme in this way, you'll have to pay 1,560, and you'll get back £1,000 out of it. Many people are concerned that this will be abused in a way, that people will just wait till January and then they'll have to terminate the contracts of employees in February. But that definitely does help, and to see how businesses will pick up in winter time. Let's see the Eat Out to Help Out scheme. This is just started. I'm sure you've heard in the news. And even if you're not in the hospitality business, I guess that will be interesting for you as a consumer. So if you're going and having a meal in the restaurant, cafe, not takeaway, but you are having it in Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, when that's not that popular to have meals in the restaurants, if you do that, you're getting 50% off your meals. And food and non-alcoholic drinks. There is obviously limits. It's up to £10. So basically, if your bill is £20, you're paying only £10. But if your bill is £21, you still get only £10 discount. You have to pay 11. And this alcoholic drinks are not included, and also service charge is not included as well. If you are in hospitality and if you haven't registered yet, you can still do that. Up to 31st of August, you can register on 30th of August and still use that scheme for a couple of days for your customers to enjoy the discount. And the way it works, you offer discount to customers, and then you claim that money, that discount from government. You have to wait for 5 days in order to claim that back, and you can claim it every week. And you can go to the government website. If you just type Google Eat Out to Help Out, you will go to the website where you can find restaurants and cafes within 5 miles of the postcode that you put, and you can see which kind of restaurants and cafes are registered, and there are lots of them that have been registered, so it's a pretty cool scheme. VAT Cut, again within hospitality. It's not just restaurants and cafes that are automatically enrolled in this VAT Cut scheme. It's also hotels where you can have accommodation, a different bed and breakfast, and also you can get this in the theaters and entertainment type of places as well. And that is available from, it's automatically getting applied to VAT from 15th of July to 12th of January 2020. And you don't, some businesses, they choose not to reduce their prices. Let's say the cafe, they were selling something for £12. It would be £10 the price and £12 VAT. Some of them can reduce that to £10 and £5, £10 and 50 pence by having this 5% reduced. Some of the restaurants can just decide to keep it £12 and basically they will increase their margins. It's absolutely up to restaurants, but obviously the idea is that they will reduce the prices and then customers will be more willing to go to restaurants. And you will find that in coming months some restaurants, they will have lower prices for meals. Flat rate scheme, if your business isn't a flat rate scheme, it will have positive impact as well. Just check out flat rate scheme rates that will go down accordingly depending on what kind of industry you are. Last one, Kickstart Job Scheme. That's my favorite one. That applies for 16 to 24 years old if you're hiring someone within this age group, and if you're having 6 months work placement, and these people need to be the ones that are eligible and applied for universal credit. The government pays their salaries to you. So basically you pay their salaries and the government then reimburses back to you. And the way it works is, obviously there are limitations. The government will pay up to national minimum wage, which is, depending on the age, is from £4.55 to £8.20. So you have a choice. You can pay more to employees. You don't have to. If you're paying, then obviously the government will pay this difference. And also another thing is it's on that for up to 25 hours a week. Again, the choice is yours. You can have you can employ people for more hours, or you can decide to have for up to 25 hours. If it's only 25 hours a week, then, and if it's only you're paying them on the national minimum wage, then you've literally got no costs, and you have employee that you can employ at least 26 months. And then the government hopes that once you hire these junior team members, you can keep them in your business. So that's the whole idea. And when businesses can start registering in August, it is shame, but no registration is open yet. We're checking it every day. And the government gave details about other schemes. This one, we still don't know the bits and bobs how to register, and then, but it will be open. What government said, it will be open in August for registration, and you can employ people from September onwards. So watch out for that, and we will share the information as soon as possible in our Instagram page. So. That's it really, and we'll go to the Q&A in a minute. Very briefly about us, clients you already know. We're Q accountants. We specialize in dealing with startups and SMEs. Our USP is we charge fixed fee where every service is included, starting from the bookkeeping to VAT return, from annual accounts to corporation tax return, as well as your personal tax return as director. And our policy is, regardless of number of questions, queries, whether it's a phone chat, meeting in our office or in your office, it doesn't matter. This is all included. And no extra charges for reference letters, etc. We don't like extra charges. We're based in London, and we also have a branch in Sheffield. Right, everyone. Thank you very much for your time and joining us, and we will do more webinars again and again. Watch out on our Instagram account. And if you have any questions, feel free just to drop a message in Instagram account. Yeah, it was nice to chat with you, and I'll see you in the next webinars. Bye bye.